Mother duties never end.
Do that. Good Dad. I don't care if you're not tired. Good night. Say good night to your Kindle. Oh my God, I just came out here because all the lights are on and I'm looking and there she is sitting in the corner, wide awake.
Well, you heard her, she's not tired.
Because one of the last present that she got, I got her a Kindle Fire.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what she was doing right now. She was sitting and playing with it.
Well, does she read it, or does she use it as a pad?
No, she was playing a game on it, I think.
Okay. Yeah, they got a lot of stuff that are coming out with Amazon. Fire, Kindle, they got Fire, something else to the TV. They're starting to compete now with everybody. Anyway, my question from before. You heard the situation. The guy wanted my wife to share the money. He didn't believe her there was no money. He didn't believe her that she was going to send it back to the guy anyway. What do you think of a situation like that?
I don't know. I mean, again, if I'm in that situation, I don't know. I just give it all back. I mean, I don't share nothing. I just give it back. Again, I always put myself in the position, like what would happen if it would happen to me. Of course, if somebody did give me my things back, I would definitely give them some kind of reward. I mean, I have in the past.
Well, also the other thing I told Mark is I once actually found a wallet, and I returned it to the guy, and he got mad at me because I didn't give him back his money. And there was no money when I found it. So instead of thanking me, he was mad at me.
Well, that's because as I was telling Felix, that's just human nature. Everybody thinks that the next guy is out to rip them off. Most people would just be happy getting the wallet back because chances are their license and registration is in there, credit cards and whatnot. So, I mean, all that stuff, it's a real hassle to replace all that stuff. And if you just minus the money, it's not a real big deal,
Right. Well, money comes and money goes. I mean, whether you lose or not, if you have it in your hands, you're going out and buying something. So I know in my case it's like that.
Now here's a real simple situation. Mark, you listening?
I'm listening. I'm just putting my coffee in the sink.
You're online in a bank or somewhere else, anywhere. You're online somewhere, and there's a $20 bill on the floor. You see it, you pick it up. What do you do with it? Do you ask the guy in front of you that's his? Do you ask the guy behind you, or just put it in your pocket?
Well, it's obvious somebody finished the transaction, counted their money, and dropped the bill. The sad thing is that, you would like to think that if it's not somebody's money, they would say, oh, it's not mine. But I bet you 7 out of 8 people would turn to you and say, oh, that's my $20.
Yeah. So what would you do in a situation? Would you actually ask somebody?
I would bring it back to the teller. I wouldn't ask anybody,
Bank was a bad place. Anywhere, a store, walking in Macy's, and you find $20 on the floor.
Well,
I know what I would do.
I have news for you. It's happened to me. I mean, I've lost money. I think I put it in my pocket, and it falls on the floor, and I'm walking, and then when I reach for money to pay for something, I realize it's not there,
I know, but nobody returned it, right?
Everybody's done that.
And I'm saying, and I found $20 bills, I'll be honest with you. I'm walking in the street, I put it in my pocket. There's nothing, who are you going to go to?
Yeah, I think that's a
Ghostbusters.
totally different situation
no, of course it
than
is.
finding someone else's wallet.
No, of course there's
Especially in a crowded store or even on the sidewalk. You know, I mean, it could be anybody's.
Now let's take a step further. It was $1,000 wrapped around a rubber band. But again, no idea. What do you do then?
I'd look for the local mob boss, probably, and turn it in him. Because other than my friend, that's the only person I know who carries that kind of money around.
Yeah.
I have a friend who, grew up. Look, we were all. It was tough for all of us as kids. You know, we lived in public housing. You know, no one ever lived in a house. His parents were, working class people, and they never really gave him much of anything. So now he walks around with $200 or $300 in his pocket. You know, he has it wrapped in a rubber band, and he's got an assortment of 20s, 10s, 5s, and singles, and it looks like a real wad. I never carry more than $30 if I could help it. That's if I even have it.
I don't carry.
So,
I don't carry money in my pockets. I just have my credit cards.
Yeah, well, and that's one of my sons. It's funny. My wife and I were traveling a number of years ago. We were, I think we were at Washington or Baltimore, BWI or whatever it is, in Baltimore, and making a connection. And a young guy in his 20s, got a cup of coffee and a croissant or a Danish, and he used his debit card. And I laughed, and I said to him, you remind me of one of my sons. I said, you still have your cold.
Yeah, I still have the cough.
Yeah. But anyway, I said to him, my son swipes his debit card. I said, he never carries any cash. Everything is plastic. It's a debit card, and that's what they do.
Right. Well, actually, I have cash in my pocket because I got it for a Christmas present yesterday. But other than that, I don't really carry. I never use cash. I always use my my bank cards.
I'll talk to you about a moral dilemma. The only reason Felix has money in his pocket now is because he came from his in-laws, and all of his brothers-in-law and sisters-in-law, came in to celebrate some birthdays, all right? And he found $20 on the floor, and he put it in his pocket.
It was $40.
From his...
It was 40? You told me 20.
You can't trust me.
So you're
Then you
stealing
want
from
half
your
of
own
it.
family?
And I'm not giving
That's
to you.
it. He's stealing from his own family. That's what I used to tell my students. I would say, when I had a homeroom class, I would say, we are a family. And if you steal from anyone in the class, it's like stealing from your family. I said, you wouldn't want it to happen to you. Because kids invariably, forget about money. But they leave pens all over the place and things, and all of a sudden these things catch somebody's eye and they're missing. So,
I hate to break up the topic, and I don't want to say I agree with it, eye for an eye. But the kids in Pakistan, the school was attacked, and all the kids were killed.
mm-hmm.
They killed one of the Taliban people that planned it today.
Oh, they did catch him?
Looks like they
Was it a drone, or was it a drone strike, or they actually shot him?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't get that far.
Well, good.
Yeah.
That's like, when Saddam Hussein was still in power, and he would hide all this stuff, in schools and hospitals, and then he would hide in schools and hospitals, because he knew that, the Americans weren't going to bomb schools and hospitals to get him, because of the fallout. The deaths of innocent people. Well, what can I say? But I'm glad they did that.
Yeah, I mean, I just saw it quickly before. I didn't get a chance to read it. I don't know when it happened or anything else, but that's good. You want to go ahead and take care of your daughter?
Yeah, I think you should.
What?
Get her to sleep.
Oh no, I'm trying. I can't find. She can't find a doll that she just got, and if I don't find this doll, this kid's not going to sleep. So I was giving her any doll, and she's like, "No, I don't want that doll."
Well, then that's why I think you should just get off and take care of her.
Yeah.
Because the sooner you get her to bed, the sooner you could relax. I know you're going to say I slept all day, but the bottom line is, you need time.
Are you kidding me? As soon as I hang up the phone and I find this doll, I'm going right back to bed and going back to sleep.
All right. I wish I could fall asleep like that.
Oh no! I'm going right back to sleep.
Well, listen, you have a great weekend. Thank you for calling.
As always,
You're
I
welcome.
will work on fixing this situation also. And thank you, and I'll try to pick up the picture and look at it.
We're glad you got there safely and came home safely.
Yes, thank you.
And that's it, okay, Elisa?
Okay.
All righty, bye-bye.
All right, that was one of our favorite callers, Elisa. Always appreciate a call from her. I'm going to put on a quick songs now, and while Mark and I plan a strategy. All right, so enjoy, and it's not a Christmas song anymore. Our first non-Christmas, non-holiday song for a little while.
Oh, let me guess. Is Roadkill Blues? Oh, one of your bluegrass songs.
Chet Atkins.
Okay. As the show winds down, ladies and gentlemen.
I bet it was?